Okay, let's talk about this really quick. Not going to be a long video whatsoever, but we need to talk about Jock Landale. So, Jock Landale, these are his stats for the first preseason game: 3 for 6 from field goal, 2 for 4 from 3, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. All that is brilliant. Now, this is the one thing that I've been seeing people talk about, and it's the 5 turnovers. Well, it's not that big a deal. I'm gonna tell you why it's not that big a deal. Jock Landale is adjusting to the NBA. Obviously, it's going to be a little quicker pace, and I think that's exactly where the turnovers came from. After watching the game, it was very obvious that Jock Landale was making the right reads. He just needed to put a little more pressure on the ball, a little more strength on the ball, a little more muscle on the ball, and he wasn't necessarily doing that. The passes weren't bad passes. He read the play perfect when he was making those passes. It was just that the NBA players are just a tad bit too quick for my boy. But overall, here are all the positives, because there are a lot of positives that I've seen from Jock Landale. Now, one thing that shocked me was that Jock Landale is listed as 6'11", but for some reason he did not look 6'11". I talked to the chat about this during the watch party. A lot of people kind of speculated that maybe it's his wingspan, but no, his wingspan is like 7'2", which I looked into it, and I believe he has the same wingspan as Jakob Poeltl. So I don't really think that's it. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's just listed wrong. So he looks a little smaller. And obviously in the Australian pics, or in the Australian highlights, he always looks much bigger than that. Now, with that being said, he struggled a little bit on the defensive end, but not by his own merit. He was in the play. He read the plays correctly. He was fundamentally sound on defense. He did a very good job. Hands are continuously up, contesting the shot, boxing out. He did a good job. It was just, man, NBA players just too big, and I think that that's something he's going to struggle with just a little bit, but obviously he can get better. He can even hone in on his fundamentals even more, so he can get more of those rebounds that he so desperately deserved. But overall, he played with a lot of grit. He was in the right places, it seems like. He was very comfortable for the most part. Defense, like I said, he was there. He was doing it, fundamentally sound. And his shot is good. He's a lot to deal with. So overall, I really liked what I saw from Jock Landale. And even the passes that were turnovers weren't necessarily bad turnovers. He just needed to put a little more oomph into it. He saw the play ahead of himself. He made the right read. It just needed a little more muscle. And I think that's something that he's going to have to get used to, just the speed of the NBA overall. But overall, man, I really liked what I saw from him. He is a very good overall player. People from Australia that follow this channel, you guys were right. He's really good. And I'm still excited to see Jock Landale, but I will be honest, some of my expectations were honed down just a little bit because of his size and what I saw. It was like, some things you're just not going to be able to get over, but he can improve his defense, and he knows that, and he's going to become a better player. And I saw some really good connections out there. It looks like him and Lonnie Walker has a nice connection between each other. And also I saw that Derek White looked as if he had a pretty decent chemistry with Jock. So Jock Landale, you need a stretch big. He's a really good stretch big. But unfortunately, he's not a guy that we're probably going to ever be able to put at center. We did it once during the game. It was small ball. It wasn't the prettiest in the paint. I'll just be completely real with you guys. But him as a power forward is great. And, if you do go with that small ball lineup at some point in the future, you might be all right. It just depends on who you're going against. But overall, I liked what I saw. He just needs to critique that one thing, and I think he'll be okay. I think even, I'm not a coach or anything, but I'm pretty sure Pop probably isn't getting onto him that bad. He made the right plays. It just wasn't enough fire on it. So right. Hey, okay, if you want to support the channel, link in the description. Patreon, only $2 a month. Thank you guys so much for the support. Please subscribe, all that good stuff. Typical, like, somebody called me a YouTuber the other day. Like, really? I'm a YouTuber? Like, that would be cool. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not legit yet. subscribe, make me legit. I'll give it you guys later. Till next time, deuces.